he always hit Hamilton, like from back in the day when they are the teammate.
Yeah.
They always have that chemistry, like that fighting chemistry in between them. So it's really funny to see, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel it's kind of the nature. It's like Shaq and Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
No.
All right, welcome back to another episode of F1Talk. And man, we had a crazy race this past weekend. We have
a fun race this weekend.
This
past weekend. Yeah.
Like, I can't believe they're talking about taking Spa off the calendar. Like, it's nuts to me.
Yeah.
You
Spa
know?
needs to be there,
dude,
for the sake of Formula 1.
Really, like, I understand a little bit of the talk about, Monaco, but dude, Spa is just too exciting. Too many, like, I don't know, like, it's too much adrenaline, and it really, like, the hill climb, the fast straights, like, the overtaking opportunities, it's such a wonderful track. Like, I can't believe that they're talking about getting rid of it,
Yeah.
And at the beginning of this race, like, I was predicting carnage on, like, the first and second lap, and we were not disappointed.
Like, we got crash, we got some crazy strategy mistake, we got some overtaking,
man.
we got everything basically in first lap.
Seriously. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, the Hamilton and Alonso tussle. Let's call it the tussle.
Yeah.
What did you think about it? Because I have my own opinions.
Hamilton already admit that it's his fault. It's his fault.
Yeah.
So, I kind of get it, because, when you are in that situation, you are basically racing hard and trying to close the window, trying to overtake people, and especially when you are in the first lap.
Yeah.
First corner. Well, wait, is it first turn?
No. I can't remember if
we four.
Yeah.
The fourth turn. The before the chicane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just happens, and Fernando, and I can't really say anything, because it's really, me and Sherif, we both saw the race, and then it's like, I kind of get why Hamilton is doing that, and I kind of get why Fernando Alonso get mad. So I don't really have anything to say in terms of that. Just good racing, just good energy, and another thing for me is I'm so happy for Hamilton to really trying to fight the positions. In that case, he really trying to fight the position, trying to race hard, and trying to show himself, I'm still here.
Yeah.
That's my take.
Honestly, my take on the situation was, Alonso has kind of said that, like, his job is to... Are we past the 30-second mark? Yeah, I think we are. His job is to, like, fuck up the grid, And, like, I'm all for that, man.
I like that.
Yeah. And I love that about Alonso, He's still the lion that he always was,
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, that was kind of the point of why I think Hamilton did the maneuver that he did, right? His whole purpose, in my eyes, was to sort of, like, try and let Alonso know, you're not going to bully me. You're not going to hold me up in a DRS train. You're not going to own me, in this race. And so he misjudged. He went a little bit over, and he took responsibility for that, which I appreciate.
And I appreciate it 100% because people will always say, "Oh, it's your fault," and people always hate Hamilton doing this type of stuff. But hey, he's the man who is doing it. He take responsibility. He apologized, trying to apologize to Alonso.
And he's a racer, right? At the end of the day, in a competitive environment, you're going to do some things sometimes that is not acceptable to your competitor. I was just watching the KSI boxing matches, the YouTuber boxing stuff, and he went up against a professional boxer, and the guy kept on complaining about getting hit in the back of the head. And it's dude, well, first of all, you're a professional. You shouldn't be leaning the back of your head into the guy's fist, which he was. Yeah. But then he kept complaining about it the entire match, And so in any sort of competitive venue, you're going to do something that may ruffle your competitor's feathers. That's kind of the point,
Right.
So really, I get it. Alonso definitely showed a bit of his true colors by getting so angry with Hamilton.
Yeah, he always hit Hamilton from back in the day when they are the teammate.
Yeah,
they always have that chemistry, that fighting chemistry in between them. So it's really funny to see, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel it's kind of the nature. It's like Shaq and Kobe,
Right.
They respect each other, but they're always going to have this friction, this tension.
Yeah, and
and
it's not like they hate each other, because when you see them doing press conference, from time to time, back in the day, they still, when they are in different team, they still make fun of each other.
Yeah.
They still joke around. So it's not it's just like you say, Shaq and Kobe situation, or
right.
those duel situation.
Exactly. And I mean, they're two of the more accomplished people on the grid, so there's definitely going to be some friction. And as I said, the way I saw it was that Hamilton really wanted to let him know early on, you're not going to bully me around this track. You're not going to hold me up. I'm not going to allow that to happen. Yeah. And he misjudged.
And again, for us as the fan, we love to see that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Just to set a statement.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
None of this sort of passive, just, oh, okay, you're coming up behind me. Oh, I'll let you go, gentlemen. It's nice to see gentlemanly behavior, for sure. But it's also nice to see people have some balls every once in a while.
Right. I remember
appropriate balls, by the way.
Yeah.
So for those of you who look at our critique of Verstappen last season, that's the difference,
It's different. It's a difference.
Exactly.
And I remember Ayrton Senna once said, I don't remember the exact quote, but once he said something along those lines where he said, if you are not racing hard, you are no longer a racer.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just to put it in this type of situation. That's racing hard and overtaking hard.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. The interesting takeaway from this, obviously was the sort of emotional exchange between them, the post race, Hamilton going and apologizing to Renault's team, and not necessarily to Alonso after he heard the radio stuff. But more importantly it seems that for the next race, Hamilton's going to be taking a grid penalty because he may have damaged the power unit in that
the gearbox,
in that exchange. because the Mercedes was launched into the air pretty high and came down hard. You know, that thing went trophy truck height, you know?
Yeah. Monster Jam.
So, you know, we're going to see how that fares in the next race, because it's very clear that the Mercedes power unit is not up to the same level. Hold on, let me rephrase. I don't want to blame the power unit exclusively, even though it does seem like the power unit is lacking. But the entirety of the Mercedes package is not strong enough to keep up with the leaders, Red Bull and Ferrari. You know?
Yeah.
So for him to be thrown to the back of the grid is going to be... it's going to be interesting. Hard. Yeah.
And, like... remember last year, Hamilton take a penalty on the engine and the DRS thing. It's not gonna be the same to this year because the car is different and the package is just not there. So we are not gonna be optimistic about it.
God no.
So it's just gonna be one of those Hamilton day where he was in the back and he was just trying to be fighting hard to get up as much as he can. It's not gonna be a rocket ship like
I mean, it's
Red Bull.
No, I mean, he's not gonna pull a Verstappen and come from 14th to take first. You know, like props to Verstappen, by the way. The guy ran a tremendous race, you know, and to come from that far down the grid through the midfield and take first place, P1, is a tremendous accomplishment, you know, like props to him.
For sure.
And he did it clean. He did it absolutely clean.
There's no like bad maneuvers and like bully overtake.
Yeah. No, he raced some of the cleanest racing I've seen him do. And it would seem like a completely different person from last season. You know?
Yeah. And I'm just glad that he grew up like this with fighting with Hamilton last year. It gives him experience and changes him to be a better racer.
He definitely changed for the better. I don't know what happened. What if it was the rule changes on the methodology of the overtakes, the car, or you know, maybe he just looked at the press that he was getting and saw that people were really kind of like condemning him for some of his behavior. But definitely Verstappen of 2023 it's
the best Verstappen that we've seen.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, it's like or not 2023, sorry, 2022.
2022.
Yeah. But like it's like the guy from 2021 died and was replaced with somebody better.
It's the different Verstappen, and I don't know if our fan is gonna hate us saying this, but we will cheer for Verstappen if he raced clean.
We've always maintained that. Like, yes, we do have a bit of an affinity towards Hamilton, but you got to give respect where respect is due. I'm sorry. Like, you do. For any driver on the grid, these guys are the best in the world. And to just pick one out and say, you know what, I hate you just because I hate you, is something that we have been against since day one. You know, if you're going to defend Hamilton from that kind of behavior, you got to defend the entirety of the grid from that kind of behavior. You got to be
equal to everybody.
Yeah.
And speaking of equal, we're gonna shit on Ferrari, right? Like, hey, like we said before, you guys just have to bring your games up. Right?
Dude.
Like, what's happening to your strategy? What's happening to your... Remember I said this before? It feels like Ferrari just cracked on the pressure.
Dude.
And this is one of them. Again.
Ferrari is so insane. Like, I don't get them at all. Like, I really don't get them whatsoever. Really, like their shit just don't make sense, man. Like, how did their strategists not see that Alonso was coming? How did their telemetry system read faster than, like actual speed? Mm-hmm. So, all of a sudden they take this chance to go get the extra point, and take it away from Verstappen, and they end up not getting that point. And they ended up losing 2 points because they dropped back a position on the grid. Like,
really? Really? Ferrari?
Like, Ferrari are fucking insane, man. Like,
dude, as much as I like Ferrari Daytona SP3, but this is different. This is different Ferrari. What the heck? What's going on,
dude? Like, and Mattia Binotto like keeps on defending this shit, and I don't get how he's going. How the upper management at Ferrari need to come down on this man and his entire team of strategists, because their shit don't make sense, bro. Like, it just doesn't. Like, at all.
It like, every single race, it's been like this.
Yeah.
Almost every single race.
I don't understand how they started so strong, and they're just falling apart now.
Like, crack under pressure again, and I don't know. It's just, it looks strange to me to see a top team falling apart so fast,
dude,
within like a month.
They're the joke of the grid, man. Like, all of the memes, all of the trolling that's like coming out, is against Ferrari, and it's well deserved, Yeah. Like, even those of us who are, let's say, like diehard Mercedes fans are like, man, thank God, made me a Mercedes fan, because at least I'm not a Ferrari fan.
I don't want to cheer for Ferrari if they are like this for way too long.
Serious. It's a joke, bro. And maybe the Tifosi can explain it to me. Maybe somebody can like clue me into the whole thing, but dude, it is just...
I don't know.
I don't get the logic at all. And I don't think there are anybody out there who gets the logic, to be honest.
I lost my word. It feels like someone just... It feels like their whole team just changed. Like, everybody changed except Leclerc and Carlos Sainz.
Dude, no, even Sainz changed. He's like, I feel Sainz has finally started to take matters into his own hands.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at the current point standings, right? It's Verstappen. Now Checo is in second place, right?
Yeah.
He's at 191 points or something like that. And Leclerc is now in third when he was in second and in contention for first, against Verstappen. And the points that separate him and Checo are like less than 10 points. And then Sainz is in fourth, and he's less than 10 points away from Leclerc. And Sainz was nowhere near that position at the start of the season. So
he came back really strong the last few races.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think Sainz kind of realized, he's like, dude, I can't rely on the team to do me like well, as far as like strategy, positioning, all of that stuff. And Leclerc is kind of towing the line, and he's getting screwed by it, Like, I mean,
every single race.
Verstappen is almost like 100 points ahead of him in the standings right now. And the two were swapping position at the start of the season. So
sad.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't know I don't know what's going on with Ferrari, the whole team, except these two drivers. They still perform really like well.
Yeah.
And just the team just screw them over and over and over again.
Dude, it's insane. Really, like, nobody can blame Ferrari other than Ferrari.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
You know? Like,
We'll say it.
They handed the season to Verstappen. They handed the season to Red Bull. And if you even have a doubt in the world that Red Bull is going to take it this season, you're delusional. Like, they have it.
They are just gonna. They have it. It's over.
Yeah, it is. It's the season is done. And I loved before Spa, people were saying, "Oh yeah, Leclerc is gonna come up from behind and take first." He got sixth. He was in sixth.
Yeah.
And even at his best, he was going to get fifth.
Yeah, Max and the Red Bull team is going to win this season for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's done. Yeah. Like, it's already written,
Yeah.
So, like, again, if you haven't seen our video about Ferrari, we still maintain our position. Ferrari needs to get their shit together. How are we saying that this late into the season, man? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. They have such a good package. They have such good drivers. The failure point is the strategy, man.
Always the strategy and also the engine reliability.
A little bit.
But the strategy takes a big part.
Yeah, man. Like,
of the mistake.
I'll be surprised if Mattia Binotto survives for too long. Honestly, like, somebody's gonna take the fall, and for a team that started the season being in contention for the championship to fall this far behind throughout like the season, and we're only halfway. We just had the first race from the halfway mark, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
dude, it's a joke. It's a.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Except, Ferrari, get your shit together.
Dude, I love it. I love it that, like, after every single race now, just the Ferrari memes come like fast and hard, man. Like,
yep.
Like I said, man, thank God I'm a Mercedes fan, because at least I'm not a Ferrari fan.
Yeah, thank God I am Hamilton fan. Like, at least he had already have seven championship in his hand.
Dude, it's real sad. I will leave it with this though. The surprise for me really came in Spa from Renault. Seeing the speed and the capability of the Renault package in Alonso's hands, in Ocon's hands.
Yeah, Ocon. He passed two people.
Yeah.
In one straight, like the famous Spa. I don't know the name of the turn, but
yeah.
I mean, I should know. Sorry for the fans out there, but I should know. I will get it together next time.
Dude, no, I mean, I was so impressed. Like, I actually, for a minute, I thought that was Alonso driving because of, like, how aggressive and how well thought out that overtake was, Yeah. And then it flashed on the screen like, oh, that was Ocon. Oh, holy crap.
Yeah.
Yep. But no, like, the Renaults are really like a force to be reckoned with in the front of the midfield. And if Mercedes slips any more than they have, Renault is going to be there,
Yeah.
But, and
man.
Oh, I have one more thing to add.
Okay.
Daniel Ricciardo. Later. Peace. You're out, bitch. I know I'm gonna get some hate for that, but dude,
it's okay. It's okay. We always do.
We called it so long ago that Ricciardo is going to be out at the end of the season. And, man, for a guy who really needed to perform, this race to kind of show, like, his value after all of the contention during the break about his seat and his contract, dude dropped how many places?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't even remember. Like,
I think he dropped something like 6 or 8 places.
Yeah. I don't even follow McLaren's anymore.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
I mean, Norris is really interesting, and I think if Norris has some growing to do and some gelling to do with the platform. I think the two of them are kind of coming together. But, dude, for all of the bluster, all of the BS, for all of the camera hogging that Ricciardo does, man, like, he's just proving that he was never the man. He was always an also-ran, Yeah. Like, and I don't know, that makes me a little bit happy.
One last thing for me is next race is in Monza, so we should see some crazy high speed racing,
some fireworks,
the tempo of speed, Monza, the tempo of speed, and dude, Red Bull, it's going to win.
Yeah.
So
there's
no way that Ferrari, Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, I mean the whole team, or even Mercedes is gonna compete with them.
No, Mercedes will be in trouble just because they don't have the power and the speed, even in a super low downforce setup. Ferrari have shown that they have a little trouble keeping the rear end if they run like super low downforce. We've seen Sainz and Leclerc have trouble spinning in those scenarios. So really, I'm gonna predict at least Verstappen 1, Perez, and maybe Alonso.
Maybe,
Honestly,
for me, maybe Carlos Sainz. Maybe I don't know. I don't know about Leclerc because he's always the guy who got fucked up by the team. Exactly.
And I'm willing to predict that you may see 5-6 for Mercedes.
Maybe
I feel
or
like Hamilton
lower.
I don't think too much lower. I do think Hamilton, he has shown the ability to climb up the grid.
I mean, he has shown the ability to drive a slower car to make it competitive.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I can put it in. Yeah, and like people are gonna say shit about it again. Say, oh, he can only drive fast car. But hey, again, like I said it so many times, you need fast car to win Formula One.
Yeah, of course. Anybody who thinks you can win Formula One with the slowest car on the grid is delusional. Look at Williams.
Yeah, no way. Yeah, no way. So just stop that argument and then just watch the race.
It's literally the stupidest argument I've ever heard.
Yeah.
But
and like I say, like
Hamilton still proves that even with a slower car, that he can come from the rear of the grid to the midfield. So
at least the midfield.
Yeah, if not getting on podium. Honestly.
Yeah. So we'll see. It's gonna be a interesting race. It's gonna be. It's gonna be high speed racing for sure. And
I'm gonna predict at least a 1-2 for Red Bull. Maybe Alonso and Sainz in third and fourth. We'll see how good their setup is. Leclerc, like you said,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, what can you predict at this stage? Yeah. You know? And then, Mercedes may be in the mix there, but I do think Hamilton will be able to, at most, pull out a 6th place finish.
Yeah.
I think it's his capability.
It just comes down to the experience of the driver.
Yeah.
And I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. He is 7-time world champion.
Yeah.
And he got that 7-time world 7-time for reasons.
Right.
The reason is there. The ability is there. So.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of F1 Talk. And please don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below. And like the video, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And we'll catch you in the next one.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Peace. Sherif and Joe from F1 Talk. And here we are. Yep. Next to an old McLaren from 2018. So we just wanted to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe. We would super appreciate it.
Yep.
And please click that button.
Here.
Yeah.
Here.
Maybe there.
Up there. Yep.
Maybe there. Yep.